Man, I'm waiting you a long time. Okay, the topic, why women advice don't work. Because usually men at the moment of some crisis, at the moment of some separation with a woman, at the moment of love failures or maybe refuse, or just for educational purposes, they try to analyze some kind of women advices and read women forums. Maybe they can ask advice from a friend of maybe or maybe colleague of the opposite sex. Can you imagine men have a problem and go ask advice from women? It's no sense. This is something that really make no sense. In fact, this information is really harmful for a man. I will explain why it's so terrible, but before I want let you know more about women and understand more about their feeling, about their mind, emotions, then you can subscribe my YouTube channel right now and keep enjoying this video. I swear you will know new information after watching this video. Why information from women is really harmful? This is because if a woman leave you, you try to ask your friends like, what do you think and what need to do here? From opposite sex. Here only two options that she could say to you. Option number one, she will send you to apologize with the flowers. She will recommend it, what she would like to receive by herself. She think like, for me, a man would come with flowers. I feel so happy. Although she by herself can represent a man who by himself broke up with her. Do you understand the logic of the woman? No, not have. Yes, of course, there is a wiser woman, more smart, who will say, you do not need to run now, but later she will send you to make up and make some apologizes for sure. If you are talking about some resources on the internet, on the topic that the woman is experiencing some negativity after a breakup, if you look for what women write on the internet according to the situation with some kind of ignore, I hope you know already about it. Women usually write, it wouldn't work for me at all. Now if he came, I would think, but actually not. So this is no sense. The woman by herself does not know what effect this would have for her. Understand that woman lives with emotions, they feel. She forms all her decision, thoughts, position in relation in the present day, today. She not think many steps forward. She just feel. Let's say a man would start to ignore today, and she would not have reacted at all to this. She wouldn't lie. It's true, really. For today, yes. But she doesn't know what will happen after 2 or maybe 3 months. Do you understand what the matter, what happened in here, in her head? Think about it. I want to dispose all of such delusions of the part of man. In the process of reanimation the relationship, if we look at the girls and ask the question, was she convinced that she wanted to leave of relationship? Yes, she really wanted to leave. Maybe she went to another man, maybe in some situation, some kind of divorces, or maybe even division of property. We can understand that this decision has been made and she really convinced of this, right? Yes, right. So what is pushing her after that? How the realization after a while begins to come about and change everything back? Probably in vain, I did not correct. It was a mistake, sorry. Do you know, they really come back with that words. True emotions. The emotions is hypertrophied and then suddenly under the influence of this emotion of events, some events, right? The emotions is hypertrophied and then suddenly under the influence of these emotions, the interpretation of events begins to change in her head. Then she says, maybe I'm just remembered some nostalgia and everything else, something. She do like this, and she understands probably, yes, probably it was not worth. Probably she was wrong. It's like this. The fact that she was wrong, you would never have proven through dialogue or maybe some discussion. It's impossible. And the funny thing is, even this woman will be able to write on the forums, ignore doesn't work for me. Not. For everyone, yes, but for me, no. And if you ask her, listen, why did you make up with your ex, with your boyfriend in the past? She would say, yes, it was such a situation. It was not the same. It was wrong, and I realized that, in fact, the guy is really good. Think about it, my bro. Think. Men thinking usually very primitively. They think that I have problems with women, she refused, left, did not reciprocate, so I need to ask the woman, what should I do, right? It doesn't work. They don't know what they need. They really don't know what they want. More often than not, here it is more likely to do this. Listen and do exactly different. And more often than not, it will actually more be effective, more. Therefore, if a man listens to the advices on his girlfriend's friend, then he obviously does not understand anything about the woman. According to this logic, a woman understands a woman better, right? Then I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you and talking with you right now. No. Here a woman would sit. All channels on YouTube were also led by women. Only women would teach dating trainings. It is like that? Not. If we talk about advices, then I'm not a supporter of the fact that the situation would happen, that you would sit with an empty head and from somewhere you're waiting the advice, which one will drip it. It doesn't matter if it's a woman or my channel, from any area of your life, and just listen and go to do. Why? Because they advise it. I recommend that you always pass the recommendations through yourself, through your own experience and your own understanding of everything. That is, you is in search of answers to your questions. You will not have enough that knowledge. You're trying to listen to a person who is more experienced, right? And the person who is more understand more. In any aspects of life, in any. In fact, your development depends on how much you can integrate the information, how much you can release it, accept it, and move with it together through your life. Personal life and my channel are no exceptions. That is, a man has some kind of his own building, some kind of his own house. Then he lacks the bricks to his building. For example, he looks at the contents, right? Comes for a consultation, and he missing the missing fragments begins to add to his head, look like new bricks to his house. But he built his house by himself. You turning to this eternal question: what does a man need to be successful among the women? Everyone speaks of success and appearance, but most important, it's your brain. It's intelligence. If you don't have intelligence, you will never be successful. Never, bro. Men in such cases doomed to look for some super ways that do not exist, to some fairy tale. Then, of course, happen some fail. No other scripts. Therefore, begin to developing. We listen to advice when it is appreciated, right? We must understand why this person can really say something meaningful. Then, next, we transform his recommendation, his information. We think why yes and why not. Then through the filter, we continue to draw our own conclusions, like building your own house. Make decisions independently and takes responsibility. It really makes no sense to listen to women about their personal life. Be aware, bro. If you found some new information or you like something in that video, then smash like, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive the freshest and really working information on relationship with women. See you, bro.